afternoon, everybody. Joe Martin Millet here. Hope you're doing well. I'm in the north of London today. I decided a couple of hours before I start my shift. I thought I'm going to go vlog where the ANC, the African National Congress, lived during the times of apartheid in South Africa. It's on Penton Street in NW1. Now, in 1982, the South African Defence Force, they planted a bomb inside this property, which didn't kill anybody, but sadly it injured a ANC worker who was living above stairs. The South African government during apartheid, they had a habit of going abroad and attacking ANC officers in Europe and Southern Africa. Like a lot of us may remember, in 1989, Dulcie September was assassinated in Paris. And also in Brussels, an ANC member was nearly shot dead, but he luckily escaped. And there was, I think there might have been an attack in Stockholm because, yes, the Swedish government under Olof Palme were big supporters of the ANC. But not just South African government was attacking ANC officers in Europe, they were attacking all these different bases in Southern Africa. You may remember Ruth First was assassinated by a mail bomb while living in Maputo in Mozambique. There were attacks on the ANC in Botswana, in Lesotho, in Zimbabwe, in Zambia, I believe, and even as far as even Angola. So here it is. It says London headquarters, the African National Congress, 1978 to 1994. In the Truth and Reconciliation inquiry, 8 people came forth who were part of the South African military to say, yes, we went to London, we did horrible things by putting a bomb here and nearly harming the life of a South African exile. So during the time of apartheid, many people who supported the ANC actually came to this office for support. But the funny thing was, the Thatcher government was against, they were for apartheid. They were always strong supporters of South Africa, which in 1986, during the Commonwealth Games in Edinburgh, I believe, there was a boycott from so many African and Caribbean nations, all because Britain still had ties to South Africa. But also even David Cameron, he was also a supporter of South African apartheid. But Jeremy Corbyn, you may remember, he got arrested many years ago outside the South African embassy for not moving on. So, very historic building right here in NW1, ANC headquarters. It's just a shame that even though South Africa is a rainbow nation, a lot of the people in the South African diaspora, they kind of despise how the government is run these days thanks to the ANC idiots. And it's not really fair to those people who are still stuck in South Africa who don't even have a second passport to leave the country. Don't want to really get into politics, but you know, things change over time. I mean, this year, 30 years since apartheid fell. Anyway, Martin Millhead, over and out.